Hello, this is a reading for Capricorn for November 2022. Welcome Capricorn, I hope you're well. I've pre-shuffled the cards, but I will do some shuffling through this video, so I apologise for the noise that makes. This reading is also conducted in real time. I don't edit the videos at all. I hope this reading brings you some encouragement through the month of November and maybe give you some clarification on issues as they arise through the month. Okay, just start with a quick shuffle. As I said, they've been pre-shuffled, so we don't need to do too much. I use a 10 card spread of my own, so 5 cards along the top and 5 cards along the bottom, and I use a second layer of cards to clarify the 10 cards to give a little bit of extra depth. I'll explain each card as I go along, and then I'll sort of compile all the cards together and sort of give you a bit of a story as to what's coming out, what I'm feeling is coming out of the cards. Okay, Page of Swords in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, Page of Pentacles upright, Tower in reverse, and Two of Swords upright, Ace of Pentacles upright, Death in reverse, Knight of Cups upright, Ten of Swords upright, and Knight of Pentacles upright. I'll look at the bottom of the deck for those of you who like the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck have the Four of Pentacles. I'll pop that over there. Okay, so Page of Swords, somebody with a very inquisitive mind. It's in reverse, so somebody with a very inquisitive and curious mind, somebody with a very razor sharp mind as well, learning, studies, and ready to take action with that. So he's in reverse, so perhaps there's some sort of a delay in this one. The Emperor, now the Emperor's in reverse. The Emperor is somebody who's very sure of themselves, knows exactly what they're doing, in a position of power, is covered in armour, so very hard to do any damage to somebody like an Emperor. He has great authority and usually people respect this person. But he's in reverse, so perhaps he's using his power and authority in the wrong way. But we'll, next to the Page of Swords, we'll clarify as we go along. So here we go, recent past, present, and the near future. Page of Pentacles, this card is usually somebody perhaps who's starting work or ready to start work, ready to take up a contract, somebody who's very focused on where their future is, what their work will be, what their enterprise is going to be. Fairly confident of where they're going, probably feel quite sure of themselves. Perhaps this is somebody who hasn't quite entered the workforce yet, maybe just finished university or finished school and ready to go somewhere. And they're looking for an opportunity to go somewhere, and probably an opportunity will come towards you. The Tower in reverse, the Tower is usually very sudden changes coming towards you. It's in reverse, so it's not as scary as it looks. Usually it's just a massive change in your way of life, and something that can't really be avoided. For example, if this student was going to start a new job or just go from university into the workforce, that would be a very rapid change in the way that they fit into the world and into their family life. Everything would change for them. Suddenly having money would change the way they live, and also their confidence, and maybe they get a shock with their abilities. Sometimes when you come out of university or college, you think you know everything, and then you go to work and you get a bit of a rude shock that people don't quite respect you the way you thought maybe that you would be respected. But we'll go along. We've got the Two of Swords here at the end of the reading, so decision to be made. And again, because it's a sword card and we've started with a sword card, I feel that you need to be very careful about what decision you make. You need to take your time, and you need to, this is something you shouldn't rush, okay? Whatever's coming at the end, don't rush, okay? Go somewhere quiet, go within yourself, take your time to decide all the benefits and the disadvantages of what it is you're making a decision about. Don't be under any illusions as to what you're going to get. Be realistic about what it is you're looking at. Ace of Pentacles, so that's under the Page of Swords. So that's usually an opportunity, a little gift from the cosmos, perhaps an opening where you are looking for an opening. You know, you'd be lucky to get the kind of job that you're looking for. With the Page of Swords above, I think that's highly likely that perhaps you've recently put in some sort of an application for a position. That's possible. And the Ace of Pentacles underneath it is a very opportune card, very bountiful, very prosperous. Now, prosperous can mean just securing a job, not necessarily great wealth. Okay, let's keep going. We've got Death in reverse. The Death card is a bit scary for most people. It isn't really something to be scared of. It's a resurrection card rather than a death card. It is possible that somebody that you know has died, but that's usually not the case for the majority of people. Now, he's in reverse, and he's underneath the Emperor. I'll think about this one a little bit. I'll move on. Knight of Cups underneath the Page of Pentacles. So Page is a very young energy, and Knight is more mature. The Knight of Cups is a slower moving energy. Somebody who's looking for love. And in this case, there's water in this card, perhaps moving somewhere to go and look for an opportunity. And this is in the present, so I see you looking forward for a new opportunity, both looking for love, and that, you know, that can be connections, new connections as well. It's not necessarily romantic love. It's just, you know, when you go out into the world, you're making new friends, for example. So new connections, new opportunities. So this is quite a youthful energy. This is slightly more mature. I'm getting water in both. Water, water, water. So possibly you're considering something overseas or away from where you live now. This is reasonably fast moving. He's got wings on his head and his feet, so we'll see what's going on here. Ten of Swords, upright. So Ten of Swords again, very much feeling like the ending has come, and it's right underneath the Tower, so that tells me that absolutely an ending of sorts has happened here. And it may have been a little bit painful. I'm not sure there's, oops, that was in reverse. It may have been a bit painful, but it's not always the case. Sometimes it just means whatever's done is completely done. It's completely finished. Okay? But again, there's light on the horizon, so, you know, it's not necessarily a bad card. It just, and sometimes it means moving home as well. So, you know, with this one and the Tower, you could be moving home, moving from home perhaps, moving to a new place, again with a decision. And the Knight of Pentacles at the end. Okay, so this is quite a slow moving energy. This is not necessarily coming at speed. This is a very mature person who's plodding along on a very heavy set horse and bringing the money. But you've got money at the beginning and the end of this reading, so thinking about money definitely, looking for an opportunity, and here the opportunity's coming in. Now this reading, I mean past, present, future, can be anywhere from 3 months backwards and 3 months forward. But it can also be 1 week backwards and 1 week forwards. So it's kind of a general, it's very much a general reading, of course, but the time frame is difficult to kind of clarify at this stage. What I'll do now is I'll take the next set of cards. So I'm using the Tarot Illuminati. These two have been shuffled. And I'll lay another lot of cards over the top, and then I'll talk about those, and then I'll also tie them in to those cards, to these cards, and then at the end I'll pull the whole reading together. Okay, Capricorn, hope you're staying with me, and I hope everything's going well. I hope I've started to touch on some of the things that might be interesting to you. If not, maybe this reading's not for you. Okay, let's go. Page of Swords in reverse for Capricorn. Can we clarify, please? Okay, Five of Pentacles. So that's a feeling of often destitution, but feeling like you haven't got enough money. And it's also a card of hope. So I'll pop that on the top. And we clarify the Emperor, please, for Capricorn in reverse. He is quite fixed and immovable. So somebody's being very fixed and immovable. That's what I'm feeling anyway. Somebody in an authority figure, definitely an authority figure. And being rigid, perhaps, very rigid, perhaps uncompromising, not willing to look any other way other than straight ahead, my way or the byway sort of thing. But it's number 4, it's very stable. It's a very stable, rigid energy, so we'll keep looking. I'll clarify the Emperor, please, for Capricorn. Okay, you have the Judgment card on top. Judgment is also about changes. I'll keep going. Sometimes the cards don't instantly make sense. Sometimes it comes after I've moved along a little bit. Page of Pentacles, clarify please for Capricorn. Okay, Ace of Wands in reverse. So this is an opportunity, a new creative opportunity, high energy, somebody probably who is very enthusiastic about what they're going to do and following a new path, usually a new creative path. It can also be highly fertile energy. So if you're a university student moving out of home for the first time, be careful of any sexual activity where it's unprotected. That's also a warning probably with this card, if that's a young energy. So unprotected sex is probably not a good idea. The Tower is also can be related to that kind of thing, a sexual explosion of somebody leaving home perhaps and being quite explorative with the sex. So be careful with unprotected sex if that's what this card is about. That's a possibility. Otherwise it's just a very creative energy. Somebody maybe who wants to be a graphic designer, or who's been studying to be a graphic designer, an artist, a musician, a woodworker, a craftsman. So any kind of those creative energies. So it's an explosion of energy, but it's in reverse, so there could be a delay. Let's clarify the Tower, please, for Capricorn. 2 people falling out of the Tower, so it's a total change, usually of the way you perceive yourself and your circumstances. But you're not going to die because you fall out of the Tower. It's not that kind of an energy. It's more just if you've been studying, for example, and you're wearing your student's cap, that cap's going to come off. You'll be wearing a new hat, so to speak, if you know, in terms of a hat, so to speak. Okay, let's clarify the Tower, please. For Capricorn. 4 of Pentacles. This is about money, values, stability, your own personal values, the values you've been brought up with, what you think is important, what you think is not important. money, how you're going to spend your money, what are you aiming for? Do you want to buy a house? Are you saving for a trip? You just want to have money in the bank? Or you just want to have some money? So it's all about values and money and how tightly you hang on to them. So security, values, money, that kind of thing. So maybe your security's been threatened somehow. We'll have a look. We'll keep going. We'll clarify. Just move that one up a little bit. We'll clarify the Two of Swords, please, for Capricorn. Sitting under the moon. So there's potential that's an illusion, and she's sitting quietly, he, she. The cards are gender neutral, by the way, so don't get confused if I say he or she. It could be anybody. Needing to use a razor-sharp mind. Using your talents, your wisdom to make a good decision. Okay, feet are pointing both directions, can go either way, so you do need to take your time. Can you clarify the Two of Swords, please, for Capricorn? Okay, Four of Wands. Okay, this is a celebration card, often a wedding, an engagement, 21st birthday, kind of a happy, a very, well, not kind of a happy event, a happy event. So something to look forward to, and that's here. Maybe you're making a decision about whether to get married or not. It's a very lovely card. But again, you'll notice on the top of the domes, there are sort of moons, half moons. You need to use your wisdom, your intuition. If you're making a decision about whether to get married, think with your heart, but also think with your head. Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn. Ace of Pentacles for Capricorn. I'm actually suddenly getting a feeling of a generous offer, a loving and generous offer. Or let's just say a gentle, I'd rather use the word gentle rather than loving. A gentle offer, but a good offer is coming in. I'm getting the word gentle for some reason. Okay, can we clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn? Okay, Three of Swords in reverse. So Three of Swords, a heartbreak card. Somewhere along the line there's been some pain. Interesting that it's under the Five of Pentacles. I'll just pop that down. Is it possible that somebody has either, now it could either be you or somebody has done this to you, perhaps used a razor-sharp tongue on you, done something to you, perhaps even put a legal case on you that has kind of put you out in the cold and caused you a lot of heartbreak, or it's heartbreak in reverse. So I'd say this is over. This is definitely over. Well, it's in the past, but at the time it caused you some angst, anxiety, but that's in the past, so that's okay. We'll keep moving. And you know, if somebody slashed you with the sword, with their tongue, or you've had a legal matter brought towards you, legal messages that have affected your income and perhaps your heart, well, if it affected your income, you can also get quite a lot of pain from that too. But anyway, we'll keep moving on. So we've got the Emperor with Judgment over the top, and below that Death in reverse. Both the Emperor and Death in reverse. Let's clarify that for Capricorn, please. One more shuffle. Okay, here we go. Okay, Princess of Swords. Okay, again, that's the same as the Page of Swords, so razor sharp mind. In this case, it's upright. Somebody who's very inquiring. Underneath the Emperor and Death, Again, I'm not entirely sure about this one. I'll just leave that again for a moment. This section is giving me a little bit of confusion. I'll just keep walking along. No, not necessarily confusion, but I need to tie it in with the whole lot. Okay, can we clarify the Page of Pentacles, please? The Page and the Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands for Capricorn, please. Okay, Two of Wands. So that's a creative energy. Taking after the Ace of Wands, you're on to the next step. So again, here there's water in this card. So perhaps considering going overseas or away from home. It's quite a happy card though. I mean, it means that I'd say here, you maybe just at the point or just recently or just about to accept something, an offer of some sort that is going to allow you to earn some money from the things that you want to create. Now that can be just an ordinary job, but something you've been trained for, something that will bring you some income. And here's the ace over here, so definitely something that will bring you some income, but also some growth in the things that you want to do. So let's keep going. The Tower, the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. We can clarify that for Capricorn, please. Let's see what we've got there. That's a very nice card. That's a nice card. That's a nice card. That's a nice card. So where you are at the moment is quite good. I'm glad you're in a happy place. Makes a difference if you're in a happy place. Nobody likes being in a compromised position or having their finances compromised in some way or having their heart broken. It's not fun for anybody. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants stability, a nice job, a bit of love or affection, some friends, good company. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords, please, for Capricorn. Okay, King of Swords. All right, so this card is quite a strong masculine energy usually. So this is somebody very clear thinking, it can be somebody who's hard-headed. The Emperor can be very hard-headed too. So these are older people, more mature people in it. This is more mature energy. So you're dealing here with somebody who is gifted with knowledge and wisdom, possibly with a sharp tongue. It's interesting that it's under or on top of the Ten of Swords, so that's definitely an ending. You've got quite a lot of sword energy here, so that sword energy can be legal matters, maybe a legal matter's coming to a close, possibly, or you're studying law, but it's creative energy, but I guess going into law can also be a creative energy. Let's have a look. I'll just go a little bit further. We clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Anyway, this is a good energy to get at the end of the card. If you're considering marriage, you may be wondering how you're going to finance the marriage in the future, perhaps talking about getting a mortgage or a loan, finding a house, somewhere to live, perhaps even planning a trip, trying to balance maybe a new job with an intended marriage. That's possible. Or perhaps you're trying to pay for the wedding. That can be expensive as well. But we'll clarify the Knight of Pentacles for Capricorn, please. Knight of Pentacles for Capricorn. It looks like at least the future looks quite happy. Okay, Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is a little bit like the Ten of Swords. It's feeling like you've got an awful lot to consider. Perhaps you have some responsibilities that seem quite onerous at this stage. Or not ponderous. It's interesting because the Tower is there. I don't know if you can see it. There's sort of blood on the Tower, which is interesting because you've had this. So, and you've got the heartbreak here, and you've also got the sort of the stabbing of the swords there. So Okay, this is definitely tying in from here. So something's given you quite a heavy burden. I don't know if it's a decision that's a heavy burden, or whether you have a lot of responsibilities that you need to consider before you perhaps take this new job. I'll just keep having a look. We won't worry so much about the past. Definitely a new opportunity. Actually, judgment is usually the kind of the end of a karmic cycle. It tells me that this pain that you've been through of some sort, I'm not quite sure what this pain is. I don't know how intense it's been. But the heartbreak card is often quite difficult. Whether a previous romance or a previous relationship came to an end, or maybe it's come to an end because of the opportunity you need to take, or because the opportunity but has created a separation of some sort, because that's a cutting energy. So anyway, look. So that's the end of a karmic cycle. The Emperor and the Judgment on top of that, that's really powerful energy here. Very, very strong. So it's coming towards you. So there's some heavy influences coming towards you now, but between the past and coming up to now, or have recently come. And death. So these are really big cards, really heavy cards. So it means that you've had some probably authority stuff that's coming towards you. Princess of Swords, definitely sort of new opportunities. Very sharp mind, somebody with a very sharp mind, using your intellect, using your wisdom. Same here. So it's interesting you've got that again, except this time it's in, perhaps you didn't use your intellect and your wisdom sufficiently here. I'm not quite sure. But here, if say for example you weren't using your intellect or your knowledge wisely, whatever's happened, this new opportunity, or you've turned something around, and now you're going to use your wisdom and your knowledge wisely. So that's how I see it. Actually, it looks to me here like you haven't used what you've had wisely. But a new opportunity, you want a new opportunity. You've asked for a new opportunity. And here, venturing out to look for new money, using your wisdom now, you've decided you're putting all of that behind you, moving on. Ace of Wands, looking for a creative opportunity, looking for new love. Here again, you've got the Two of Wands. This is a beautiful moving forward. So this is actually, you've made your decision, you're moving forward, doing well, it's really good. You're putting all of that behind you, all this bad stuff behind you. If there was bad stuff, and I feel that there was definitely some bad stuff here, but that's over. You know, it's knocked the hat right off. Here you are, you've got a new hat. You've got a hat now with money on top of it. So that's where your energy and your thoughts are lying. Whatever your energy and thoughts were before, you're now thinking about your stability and your future, your home, building yourself a beautiful palace, thinking about what you could have, and the kind of things, your values in life as well. What is important, what isn't important. You know, it's not all about money. Sometimes it's like, I want to be a creative person. I want to be an artist, regardless of what I've been trained for. You know, that can come into it too. So, you know, it isn't just about money. You know, do you value a peaceful life? Do you value a really busy life in the city? Those kind of things. So here we go. So you've come to the end. You've had some burdens and responsibilities. That's over. All of this is well over. Whatever happened before, it's over. Completely over. And here now, rising to use your intellect, your knowledge, your wisdom properly. You've gone here. You've started with the Princess of Swords. Now you're getting into your full power. And now you've come to a point, or you will be coming to a point soon, where you're making a big decision of some sort. Take your time. sit down, don't be under any illusions, carefully look at the details of what it is you're doing. If you're considering getting married or proposing or having a wedding, or I can't really think what else that could be, perhaps a collaboration with a good friend to start something new, it could be that as well. But the money will come towards you. You're thinking about money coming towards you. It'll come slowly, it won't come fast, so you have to put in the work. Okay, let's have a look. Sometimes all the decisions and all the work, even if it's creative, even if you've got a job, say, as a designer, there's still a lot of work to be done. It isn't all fun and games. It still can be very hard work. You still need to do everything on time. It's kind of like when you start a new job, it's not so much the knowledge you've got, but it's being able to deliver it on time. And that can feel sometimes like a bit of a burden. It's interesting that you've got the Four of Pentacles here at the end on the bottom of the deck. So the reading is telling me that your focus is very much about your future stability, your income, the things that are important to you. Do you want to get married? Do you want a family life? Do you want to travel overseas? Their decision, it looks like you're coming up to a point of needing to make a decision in the next immediate future somewhere. And thinking about how you're going to earn the money and how fast you'll be able to earn it. Or being, steady in your values. And here, this person's got quite a steep path. So it could be a learning curve for you. This could indicate a learning curve, which is quite steep, trying to earn this pentacle and trying to find your way to financial security. It could be quite a steep path. And in this case, it's got blood on the tower. So, blood, sweat and tears, so to speak. But actually, it feels like quite a positive reading for you, Capricorn. It looks like your hard times have definitely been in the past. Definitely they've completely finished. That it's gone. It's gone. It's behind you now. So don't look behind you. And that's another thing I can suggest, is don't look behind you. What happened to that card? Looks like either I've put one card down or I didn't clarify one. I'm not going to do that now because actually the reading is quite clear to me, so whatever's happened here, sometimes I miss a card. But I can see that whatever's finished now is finished for good. It's almost over. It's almost finished for good. So keep going. You've got decisions to make. Thinking about money, thinking about your future, how much hard work you want to do to get what if you want money, how much work have I got to do to get it? And I see you thinking about values, stability, possibly marriage. But definitely all new energy coming in towards you now. So that's all in the past. So good luck with that, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.